are going into the ready-to-wear business, okay, you look out for styles. I prefer looking out for styles if you really want to make sales. Okay, look out for styles that are catchy, look out for styles that are not rampant, and this gown is one of it. And I tell you, if you make this gown, look for a good chiffon, good color chiffon. You can see the colors that they used. Okay, you look for a good color chiffon, and then use for a lycra lining. What you use for the inner is called lycra lining, but if you can't get lycra lining, you can use ordinary lining, but I prefer lycra lining. Lycra lining is more freer and it hugs the client when the person wears it. Okay, when you wear it, it will hug you. Instead of using the aba lining, lycra lining will be better. Okay, you use it to turn this gown from inside. So if you're already subscribed, thank you for subscribing, you're welcome back. But if you're a new viewer on this channel today, you're highly welcome. This channel is for people that want to go into the ready-to-wear businesses, and what we do here is illustrate for you to go and cut and make sales. Okay, cut and join and make sales. So but if you have any style that is giving you issues and you don't know how to do it, bring it on here. We'll help you with the illustration. Okay, what we do is pick a particular design, study it properly, understand how it was made, and we put it on here. That is why I am being paid. Okay, that's why I'm a fashion illustrator. So when you get these difficult styles, bring them. And in fact, it's the difficult styles that sell more. This particular gown you are seeing here can, what you need for this gown is highest 4 yards. 3 yards can make it, but the pleating won't be much. But 4 yards, 4 yards of chiffon is what chiffon now is 800. If you get it in bill material, it's still 500. So 4 yards is 2,000 naira. And I can tell you, by the time you make this gown and you embellish it properly, you can sell for as high as 20k, 30k. No, I am not telling you what I don't know, I'm telling you what I know for real. Okay, so let's go right into this tutorial. So the base for this gown is what I have plotted out here. Because of the style of the gown, the front, the neckline, I took it down to 6 inches. This is 4 inches by 6 inches, or you can make, depending on how deep you want the neckline. I want mine to be very deep, so I'm making it 7 inches. For that neckline you are seeing there, 3 inches is okay, but I just want to make mine 4 inches. But what you have in that picture is 3 inches. I brought down my shoulder slope of about 1 inch, or if you like 1.5, but just make it 1 inch. We actually do not need this armhole curve. This is I mark my armhole depth. I actually do not need my armhole curve, you know, because it's a boo-boo sleeve. Okay, so I'm leaving the armhole like this. This armhole is just to help us with the shoulder, so we know where our sleeve is extending from. I mark my bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. You mark it. This is under bust, guys. Under bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. I marked it. This is waistline. I marked it, and I think I should just label them. This is bust. This is the bust measurement. This is the under bust. This is the waistline. This is the hip, and of course this is the hem. Okay. Okay, so of course this is the hemline. If you don't want to attach that slit at the back, that means you have to make it an A line. But it's always shapely if you put that slit at the back, if you make the back part to have a slit. Okay, so I have marked my measurement, taking my measurement. Okay, so now we start in the plotting of the gown proper. Now this gown, the sleeve, you have to, for us to create the sleeve, we need the shoulder. We've applied the shoulder. Most times if you just leave it straight down without marking out the shoulder first, at the end of the day, when you finish all the sewing, you find out that your sleeve will be short. But with marking your shoulder, you now know exactly where you are going to be placing your sleeve from. Okay, and my own sleeve length is 20. Okay, so we mark 20 from here. Okay, you can just mark 20 like so from here, but I want to assume that this is my 20. You guys, you know how we do it. Okay, I want to assume that this is my 20, right? So you mark your, and you use your ruler and follow that slant line. Okay, the way you slanted it from the shoulder, you still follow it and you mark your 20. Can you see? Okay, so now this is the hip line. The essence of marking this hip line is to help us with marking of where our cowl kaftan style is going to end. And I want mine to come like 2 inches below the hip line. Don't let it get to the knee line. This particular style did not get to the knee line. It's a little bit below the hip line, which is this area. It came a little bit like 3 inches below the hip line. We mark it. Okay, then you leave it that way. Coming here, you determine your sleeve opening. Sleeve opening is for this area. Okay, you determine your sleeve opening. I want mine to be 9 inches so that it will be free. So 9 inches divided by 4 is 4.5. So I make it 5 inches, 1 inch for the sewing allowance. Okay, and you mark it 5 inches. Do you understand? So now you are going to be connecting. Don't bother about curve now. Okay, don't bother about any curve. There shouldn't be any curve. You connect this line to this line. Do you understand? So like this, we have marked our cowl kaftan. Even the way this gown, the way this pattern is now, if you cut it out and cut it on your clothes, it will make a perfect cowl kaftan, but not this style. Okay, we are done with the drafting. Let me tell you why I marked under bust. Okay, I marked under bust because if you watch that pleating at the waistline, it was not exactly on the waistline and it's not exactly on the under bust. So it's somewhere in between the under bust and the waistline, and then we are going to be marking it because we are going to be slitting that area. Okay, you mark it. Remember, this is where you are going to be cutting. We put a cross sign there so that we know it. Now we are done with the plotting. Okay, whatever I did to the will also be done to the front, will also be done to the back. Just that the neckline for the back will be like 1 inch. The neckline depth will be like 1 inch. 4 inches width, then 1 inch depth. But for the front, we did 4 inches width and 7 inches depth. Okay, so now we are going to be slashing this picture that we are seeing. Let's first of all cut it out. For you not to be confused, I will advise that you place this pattern on another pattern paper and cut out the back. Okay, but now I'm not going to be cutting out the back. I'll just go ahead to cut out the front, but just know that you will cut out the back, and whatever you did to this front, you are going to do it to the back. Okay, whatever you did to this front, you are doing it to the back. Now the only difference is this neckline. Okay, now so I will show you how. Let's cut out the front now. It's assumed that I have cut out my back pattern. I set my pattern paper aside. Okay, now I cut out the front pattern. My front pattern is complete like this. Then I start with the slashing. Now I will be slashing in a curved manner. Okay, I will be slashing in a curved manner. It's only this front that I will slash straight, but anything that has to come to this area and this area and this area will be slashed. Okay, now this is that line I told you to mark, right? This is the line where the pleating is going to gather, right? So whatever we are going to be doing slashing, we are going to be slashing from this line. And there's no need slashing much because already this gown has fullness like this, but because we want that drapings to show, we'll now slash. We slash this side six line, and we slash this side 5 lines, and we are okay with it like that. Okay, so let's go. You slash it anyhow you like. As you are slashing, you will determine where you want your own band to end. You can see that there's a band. Okay, if you ask me, your band should end anywhere like from 2 inches. It shouldn't get to the side too much, but it should be more than your bust span. So my own, I want it to end somewhere around here. Okay, and this slashing that we are slashing will not exceed this place. All these places we are not touching, but we are going to slash all here this way. Okay, we are going to slash all here this way. Okay, so we go ahead. It doesn't really have to be perfect. The only thing we need to do is that there must be a slashing so that our paper can open. So we go ahead now. Look at what I'm going to be doing here. That line I told you, we are now going to slash it this way. Okay, and you end your slashing on this particular marking that you made where you want it to end. Now you come here. So guys, sorry for the power supply interruption. We are going to be using this beautiful fabric, but there was something I was saying before the power supply went off, and what I was saying is, now we have before we slash. Okay, before we slash, this particular point that we measured here, that is in between the waistline and the under bust, you will make sure that before you slash you measure it. Okay, I already measured mine. I measure it and I got 1.5. Okay, that was before I started slashing. So whatever you are doing, you are going to gather it to the point that it will come back to 1.5 inches, and that's what it is going to cause those ruffles that we are seeing. Now I was in the process of slashing it, okay, before they took the light. You cut it out totally. I like cutting on my fabric so that it doesn't get missing, but if you don't cut on your fabric, okay, you number the pieces, you number it. So now I'm going to be placing it like so. Okay, I'll place it like so. This one is supposed to just open this way, it's not supposed to bend. Okay, so but this particular one is going to be spreading out. Okay, it's going to be spreading out like so. Okay, it's going to be spreading out. It's going to be spreading out. You can spread it as much as you want. Okay, but I'm okay with what I am getting now. Okay, now you mark it out. Guys, when you are marking on your own fabric, please do well to pin down these patterns so that it won't be shifting. Okay, you pin it down. Okay, open it up this way. You spread it. You see the way I'm spreading my own? Spread it out like this. Okay, you spread it out. Okay, we are done with this side. Now on coming to this neckline, this is where the cowl neckline fell. Don't follow this line, you bring it out this way. Okay, you bring it out this way. Just curve it anyhow that you want. Bring it out this way. Okay, now this is the armhole, the sleeve opening. Now this is your sleeve. You mark it, you mark it, you mark it. Now remember that this is your neckline, right? You spread out this one this way. Spread it out this way. You mark out your neck. Spread it out totally. Okay, spread it out totally so your ruffles will be enough. Okay, and this is it, guys. Remember to notch this place. Okay, Now I will add like extra 1 inch on each of them. I will add like extra 1 inch on each of them. Okay, so you can see our gown is ready. Okay, our gown is ready. Okay, so you are going to cut this out now. So guys, I will be pleating all here. I'll be pleating all here to this place. I'll be pleating all here, okay, to this place. Okay, you pleat this area too to this place. You pleat it too. Now you come here, you will measure the original length. Okay, you will measure the original length of from here to here, and you will still pleat from here to here to make that, to come back to the original length. As you can see that it's longer. Okay, you can see that it's longer by all this. So from this place, because the slashing started from, you can see below the hip line. Okay, so from that hip line you'll be gathering it till it gets to this same measurement you have here. Okay, let's do that, and you do that with the aid of your needle and thread. So let's assume we will measure it. Okay, we set this aside this way. Let's measure first. Whatever we get from here, okay, that's what we are not going to touch. The remaining, it doesn't really have to be exact. Okay, but whatever we now do to the back front, we'll do it to the back so that you achieve the same length. Okay, so the length, I forgot to measure it. This is the sleeve length. We are not measuring there, so we are going to be measuring from here 7 inches. We added, if we add this to it, we have 8 inches. We add this to it, we have 9.25. Okay, so from here now we are going to be measuring to get 9.25. Okay, okay, you can see. So you gather it. Okay, so this is the sleeve opening. We are not going to that side, and then we are going to, okay, now we still gather this one again, this area. We still gather it using our needle and thread. Okay, as you gather this one, you go and sew it down. Okay, you will go and sew it down. Then the same way we did this one, we will join this place using our sewing machine. Join it, then use needle and thread to gather it to 2 inches. Like I told you guys before, what we are going to have here is 2 inches. So guys, let me take it to the sewing machine and do it, then I'll be back to show you the finished product. So you know, I made mention that the material you use for this design is what actually brings out the design. Okay, I use the lycra here, and I want to tell you that lycra is not the best for it. I said it in the beginning. The best thing for you to use is chiffon or crepe. Crepe is the best material for ready to wear dresses. Okay, so you can see that the fullness is even much. Okay, so if I still want, this is my neckline, I wanted it deep, I will still gather here. Okay, then you attach the band, any band of your choice. Okay, you attach the band of your choice. You can stone it properly. Okay, I'm trying to look for something that will be very obvious. Okay, apply stones. Okay, apply embellishment. That is what will bring it out. Okay, you apply any band of your choice. Now underneath this gown, at this edge, you fold it this way, you will attach a rope here or elastic. Okay, at this edge again, you will attach an elastic here or rope. You know that it's exactly the way you did this front, you are going to be cutting out the back, right? Exactly what you did to this front is what you are. Remember that our gown has slit too. It's a beautiful gown. Okay, whatever you did to this front is what you are doing to the back. Now that rope that you attach to this point, you still attach it the same way on the back. So when the client wants to wear it, she will pull it up like this and tie here and tie here. But if it's elastic you put, she doesn't need to tie, she will just wear and pass through the elastic. So it's that two rope you attached, okay, is that two rope you attached that will give that fitting here, that figure 8 fitting that you are seeing. Okay, is that two rope that you attached inside that will give that figure 8 design, that will give that shape, that figure 8 shape that you see on underneath. Okay, you can see how beautiful our gown is already looking. Okay, if it's chiffon, it will fall flat, it won't be puffy. Okay, but even at this, if you use it, it will be fine. I see some people using it and it's fine, but I actually don't like it when it's puffy. So I want it to fall flat the way you see it on that picture. And what they used on that picture was chiffon. Okay, they used chiffon, they didn't use net, so that's not net, it's chiffon, and there's lycra lining inside. Now for you to attach your lining, you will just cut out a basic bodice, just the way we cut out before we started slashing. You cut it out and use it to turn this neck, then you join the two sides. That's all. Okay, that's all. For this is for the people that are in a hurry, okay, that don't want to wait for the master cast. In the master cast, we'll be cutting it on the floor. You will see the life size and you will see the beautiful outcome. Guys, try this and let me know how it is. You people are not liking my videos. I see people watching my videos, 1,005 views, 2,000 views, but I'm not seeing the likes. Please like my video. Let me know that what I am doing is really, really important. Take care, guys, and see you guys at the top.